Morning fellow airsofters, Phil here from the Leicestershire Gun Centre, also known as Leicestershire Airsoft and Leicestershire Air Guns. Now I have before me a sniper rifle. I have before me a relatively, what can be, compact sniper rifle. I have before me a sniper rifle that fits into this box. I know this isn't my suitcase, I'm not moving out. This is the case which fits the MSR right into it. It is a breakdown sniper rifle. I'm going to move this out of the way. It is a breakdown, takedown sniper rifle, which is pretty cool. Now, I might be wrong. I believe these were all the rage in one of the Call of Duties, one of the Modern Warfares. I believe they got used a lot on the multiplayer side of things. But this is airsoft. It isn't a video game, but it's worth mentioning. So, the ARES sniper rifle, I've just said on the last two videos that I've literally just done with other products, and I've used this word, I'm using it a lot this morning. It's a very quirky design, it's a very quirky rifle. The fact you can take it apart, stick it in a box, Hitman style, is pretty cool. But yeah, it's quirky, it's very different, it's not to everyone's liking. You've got a removable barrel, that's partly how it fits into the box. You've got a removable flash hider as well, so if you wanted to, you could pop a silencer on there if you so wished, maybe even a tracer unit. I wouldn't see the point myself, but option is there. Working further backwards, you have got the incorporated bipod on there as well. You've got a rail on the top, not a very long rail, but it's long enough to get yourself a nice scope on there. Working further backwards, you have got, of course, the bolts. Relatively short bolt travel, okay? You're not all the way out to where the cheek piece starts. You've only got 2 or 3 inch to work with anyway, so you've not got a massively long bolt pull. There is also an indicator on the left-hand side, so when you do pull that bolt back and when the rifle is primed, there's a small indicator on the left-hand side that I'm looking at right now. That pops out so that you know you are locked, loaded and ready to fire. Working further backwards, you have got, of course, your stock, extendable as you can see. You can also collapse that bad boy in if you need to. You can also adjust the cheek piece as well to elevate that with this here. And you can undo that to move it up or move it down if you so needed. There is also a very small rail on the underside of the stock if you wanted to pop something on there. Now, do I like it? I appreciate what it can do, and I appreciate the gimmicky side of it, and I think any gun that is that sort of size that can fit into a box, a case of that size, that's always going to be a winner. That's always going to be pretty cool. Do I like it aesthetically? Is it aesthetically pleasing to my eye? I'll be honest with you and say no. Doesn't do anything for me in the looks department, but if you do want to relive your COD days, if I'm correct on that, and if you want something which is not a VSR platform, something which is completely different, then it certainly it's got that appeal to it. It is very different, it's very out there. It's a replica of a real firearm as well, if I'm not mistaken, so that's nice. You have got, you know, I've got one of these and it's real as opposed to running around with, I don't know, a CSI, for example, which is obviously not a real firearm. Or the pulse rifle. God, I love it, but it's not a real firearm. At least you can take this to a site and say, yeah, this is what I've got. It's based on. It's a replica of. It is relatively lightweight as well. It is all metal for the most part. All the body, the outer barrel, of course. It's all metal bolt pull. The only real thing that's not metal, even the cheek piece is metal. Yeah, the only thing that's really not metal is going to be the grip, which is kind of standard anyway. You know, that's normal. But they're normally priced, I believe, at the £600 thereabouts. You might find them a bit cheaper, but some of the prices I've seen brand new are £600. This is a second-hand model. Very, very tidy condition, to be fair. In all honesty, there is no marks excuse me, no scuffs. The gent did say that he's not actually used it in more than a couple of games, and I'm inclined to believe him. There's no indication that it's been heavily used at all. We're doing it at the £400. So it's £200 off of the new price or thereabouts. This looks as new, so take from that what you will. In the case. Look at that. How cool is that? That's literally sort of the gap it fits into, if you can see it on the camera. That's quite impressive. Take this bit out for the barrel to go into, and then you've got some bits and pieces which sit in the top of the case. So you twist these around to unlock them, and then you've got extra bits and pieces in there, so things like the magazine, for example. Let's see if there's anything else in there, because I can't remember. Yeah, of course, the bipod goes in there. There's your magazine, extra compartment there, which I believe would be for your barrel. This would actually be for a scope, thinking about it. So plenty of space there for a scope. But yeah, the ARES MSR. Not for everyone, but certainly not for myself. But I appreciate it is a pretty cool bit of kit. It's £400. It's on the website, it's in store. We are open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 10 till 5. So pop in, have a nosy, see what you think. It is behind the counter at the moment, in amongst all the pistols. But yeah, see what you think, and maybe treat yourself to it.